Okay, so a little bit about Bamboo Solutions. We're a provider of enterprise class software for Microsoft 365, including SharePoint, but we also do services. So we've got a great services consulting team that builds out Power Apps, does migrations and the like. We've got both very big clients and very small clients. So we price our products so that they're accessible to everybody. We've been doing this for over 15 years. We're a team of about 40 folks, and we have around 8,000 customers that have downloaded our products and close to 2,000 that are on active maintenance and subscriptions. All of our products are built as SharePoint framework solutions that are SPFx solutions that run in your tenant without any touchback to Bamboo. So they are web parts. You add them into your app catalog, you add them to pages, you configure them to do certain things, and off you go. These products are available both from our website as well as the Microsoft App Store. The App Store runs about a version behind, so if you're comfortable with downloading it from our site and dropping it into your app catalog, that's really the best way to go. Our subscriptions include support here in the US as well as upgrades. But those upgrades are done not automatically. You actually have to download those and install them when you're ready so you can test them out and the like. And our products are not add-ins as those have been expired. Subscriptions are broken down into 4 tiers based on company size. We have a small business subscription if you're under 100 folks, but typically if you're under 2,000, there's a tier, under 10,000, under 100,000, or over 100,000. So nice big bands that fit most people. You can actually bundle multiple products together for significant discounts. You can manage your subscription through the portal. And just for pricing, any one web part, which would be like Tabify is a one web part. If you're a small business, it's $878 a year or $85 a month. If you're up to 2,000 users, it's $1,300 a year. If you're under 100,000, it's 14K a year. And then if you're over 100,000, it's about 30K a year. So you can just find your tier, subscribe to the one web part, but you can see as you add additional web parts, the pricing does not increase that much to do that. All right. Again, small business is defined as just anybody with under 100 employees or not-for-profits under 300. All of our products come with Bamboo Tenant Manager, which is how you license the product, but it also provides analytics on where the product is installed, how often it's being accessed, and the like. So this is a really neat feature that allows you to take a look at how your products, where they've been installed, how often they're being accessed, what's your top used product, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of a neat thing, especially to help you with the ROI related to the subscription. So we're going to talk about Tabify. This is a product that we feel every single portal should have. And what it does is it helps you organize your page's web parts into a single tabbed interface. So it really cuts back on eye strain. It cuts back on overload for your users if you've got 4 or 5 web parts on a page, and we'll see that in action. So it organizes them for visual clarity. It reduces the cognitive load on your folks of seeing lots of web parts or having to scroll way down to see them all. You can use it as a navigational tool, which you'll see in the demo. And it also helps with mobile friendliness, which we know we all struggle with. We've got a great blog in here, Enhancing User Experience, that would be that goes through each of these points in a way. So what we're trying to do is maximize the screen real estate by tabbing web parts, right? So this is a tab. And then each of these tabs are one to many web parts in a 1, 2, or 3 column format. So this layout, we've got different tab styles, we've got different coloring, fonts, and we'll see that all in the demo. We do have a free version of the product. It does allow you to have only up to 3 tabs and 1 tab style. But if that's good enough for you, grab it, use it, and have fun with it. You can always upgrade to the premium version, which gives you the full features of Tabify. All right, let's go take a look quickly on the website. And then we'll do a demo. Okay. We've got lots of products. If we go to our products page, and the blue ones are all for SharePoint Online. If we take a look at them, we give you a nice list of our products and a brief overview of what each one is. One of the hottest products right now is Alert Plus, which is replacing the retiring SharePoint Alert Me. So this has really been something that we've been working hard on over the past 3 to 4 months. There's our tenant manager. We've got simple search. We've got a calendaring product, a charting product. We're going to retire our carousel product because the new hero image actually does a nice image slider, but that was filling that gap until something came out and the like. So we are looking at Tabify, and we can see the free version here and the full version there. If we go to the product page for Tabify, we do have essentially all the features laid out for you, different examples, and then subscription pricing is at the bottom, which takes you to our subscription page, and you can purchase the subscriptions right there, or we'll gladly work with a purchase order or any other way you'd like to purchase. So there's all the plans and the things like that. All right, so let's take a look at Tabify in action. So I've got a modern web page here on our intranet, and I've got a Tabify at the top, which has the standard web part people picker in it. I've got an images, the hero image, right, in the second tab. I've got one of our other web parts, Calendar Plus, in a tab. I've got a YouTube, right, that shows the 3 must-have products for every portal, and then a document library. So you can imagine that, you know, if you had all of these in a single zone, it would be a very long list of things that you want to present. So what Tabify does is it gives you a way to have friendly names on the tabs, and then you can have up to 6 web parts in each tab in a 1, 2, or 3 column format. So you don't need to have just one web part. You can have multiple. Tabs can go vertically across the top, or they can actually go, horizontally, or they can go vertically down the side, right? And kind of work the same thing. So this recent documents, we've actually got the image in a 2 column format and a document library. So there's 2 web parts in this recent documents tab. And then here's our images as well, right? So kind of neat, really useful, and a great way to organize it. So you could imagine this being on just hundreds of pages, helping you present your information. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and edit it to show you all the options for creating the tabbed interface, and also some really neat things that you won't expect. By the way, if there are any questions, you can just chat them and I will answer them as they come in. All right, so I'm editing this page. You can see that the Tabify product is this little black bar, which is simply added like any other web part. But once it's in a zone with other web parts, so we'll let it load up here. So I've got my people web part, I've got that hero web part. And as things keep loading, let me get rid of this. There's my YouTube video, there's Calendar Plus. So essentially all web parts that are in a zone, instead of having this vertical format, which is what SharePoint does out of the box, if you stick Tabify anywhere in that zone, it will begin to tab those. So then in our settings gear wheel, what we do is we essentially give each tab a name. There's your friendly name. You can say how many of the next web parts in what column do you want to include in tab 1. So if I choose 1, essentially the next web part, which is the people, will go in that tab. If I said 2, it would be this web part and this web part in the tab based on the number of columns I want to display them, right? This link is interesting in that you can give it a ending to the URL and then a link that you can put on any page. And when a user clicks on that link, they will come not only to this page, but this tab will open for them. So if I wanted them to come to this calendar, right, I can add a link. And when I copy that link, you can see you get the whole URL. Plus now, when I click on that link, it will open the tab for the calendar automatically for them. So think of it as a unique URL for each tab that you can use for navigating to the page and opening the tab that you want. If you turn on custom tab styles, you can bypass the color scheme of your SharePoint site and, call something out, have something funny, funky, whatever for one of the tabs to make it in there. We do support underline, outline, pills, brick, overline, and blocks. Those are the tab styles. So if we wanted to turn this into overline, you can turn animation on between the tabs or have none, right? So you can do a fade sliding, right? You can, how fast are they going to animate? Which way are they going to orient the actual tabs? Are they going to go horizontal across the top or vertical down the side? And then you can also tab the alignment of the titles within the tab. So lots of neat things that let you configure this to exactly the way you want to, right? And then once you save it and republish it, whatever changes you had will then be applied to that tabbed interface. So it's really simple to set up, real easy to configure. And then when a user comes to a page, we can see I've changed the style, right, of the tabs to be overline, right? And it is adhering to the color scheme of my SharePoint site. So really straightforward. Here you can see we used a custom theme. That's why it's red on the verticals. And this one has the animation going. Okay, so that's about it. So for a product that is very inexpensive, it's something that can really help spice up the way your intranet lays out its web parts on the pages. So I do think we have we use it on our, okay, here we can do this. Where is the shoot? This is our internal portal. And what's nice is right down here, we've got quick links and news, which is our Tabify product. That is just saving some space and providing some tabbed interfaces to very meaningful web parts within here. This is our Directory Plus, which gives a nice directory of birthdays and anniversaries, and a bunch of other things in here as well. So if there are no questions, that's the end of our demo. You can grab a trial, a free trial of this product right from the Tabify product page. So right here, the try buy button, you can just come up here, grab a trial, add it to your cart. You get 30 days of full features. Our support team is open to you if you want to open a ticket and have some help, or you want to book time with me to walk through it as well. I'll be sharing an email with a recording of this that you can share with your teammates, and we hope we talk to you soon. I'll hang out for some questions if there are any. All right. Well, thank you all for coming, and we'll talk to you soon.